we will hold a conversation regarding unlocking new modes of bookings and payments in the travel and tourism industry, where we will discuss the changing behavior and decision-making process of international travelers, the new modes of purchasing travel and tourism products and services arising from the blockchain revolution, Fintech, and the growing usage of NFT and cryptocurrencies whilst keeping the global network trusted, protected, and secure. Let us welcome on stage Dirk van Loggerenberg, CEO of Dirk Capital Group, who has flown from South Africa, Cape Town, and also Yariv, Chairman of Flyeast from Israel. Yariv, up to you.
So just a quick introduction. I'm Dirk van Loggerenberg. I'm the CEO of Dirk Capital. We're a listed company in Mauritius and we specialize in Fintech. We're looking to build a digital bank in Africa. So payment solutions are very much our business, Fintech, and it's a big part of this industry as well. So it's a very big topic, and I'd love to share a little bit more about what we know of this topic and the opportunities that we have. But before I go into that, Yariv, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Yariv. Pleasure to be here. I'm with two hats here. The first one is my Fintech hat, cross-border payments, one of the biggest in Israel. And the second one is Flyeast, one of the biggest players in the Israeli market. Also retail, represent airlines. We have our own hostel together with Abraham. We operate together with Ofakim bridge operation, VLP the bridges. And actually, I'm very proud to be here. I'm the first, as I told you, I'm the first Israeli that is a speaker at the ITIC. So it's a very proud moment for us to be here. We couldn't dream about being part of this exhibition a few years back. And according to the Abraham Accord Peace Agreement, I'm very happy to be here as the first Israeli. Let's start.
Great. Well, Yariv, I'm very interested to learn a little bit more about your Flyeast business, but what we're seeing in Africa, with especially the new revolution in the travel industry, is specifically your online travel agencies. Now, online travel agencies have really taken off, and we've seen that through our payment systems, more than 70% of all our bookings and payments go through online. And the online payments are generally done by debit or credit cards. And of those online payments, if we go through the different age brackets, we can see that in the age group from 18 to 35, that it's even higher. So at least 86 to 90% of people who book online are in that age group. But the online bookings and the payment systems really need to be very seamless, not to lose any customers. And you know what we've seen is that some of our customers are also starting to ask and look for cryptocurrency as a payment option, specifically online. So Yariv, I'd like to hear what you've seen specifically in the online booking space.
Well, I think that we are now in the middle of a real revolution when it comes to the payment method. I would say that to the crypto and the Bitcoin, it's one of the revolution. It's part of the open banking that we see globally. Everybody now have the opportunity to use another payment method, and not only the banks, but the credit card. And so that's one of the first revolution is the open banking. The second one is the one that I love the most, is the Fintech revolution. The Fintech revolution, I think finally the high-tech sector understand that there is a field called travel and we can make money out of it, or at least bring a great data idea into it. And you can see it when it's come to the insurance. You can do now the insurance online with the app or even connected to the reservation. The most important thing, you can see it with the apps that you have the wallet. And actually that's a revolution, because now with the wallet you can do the currency exchange. which, before going to the ATM, taking the cash, going out, losing money, dirham to dollar, dollar to shekel, shekel to euro. Now it's a revolution because you can do with an app immediately all the payments. So that's a lot of things that when it comes to the fintech that you can do, not to mention the data amazing revolution that can do with the booking. That's something you mentioned. When I know that this is 18 and he loves to go to London to visit his mother and he loves to go to Liverpool and not Arsenal, then it's amazing revolution that we do see here. And I think the last revolution that we see here is the buy now and pay later, amazing revolution. It will always exist in the market. I think that paying installment with a credit card was something that we know. But now, buy now pay later, I think in the US market it's 40% of the market. That's what they do over there. It's a $5.7 billion market only in the US, which is a huge revolution because it actually gives you more money to spend. You don't need to wait for the money from the bank, especially with a credit card.
I think with this high inflationary environment that we're going into, so it just makes sense for people to buy now and then have that experience a bit later as well. So we've seen a lot of our clients are paying at least 2/3 of booking in advance, paying in full, to get that price benefit so that whatever happens with inflation, that they're able to afford and stick to their budget. And also we've seen in cryptocurrency with decentralized finance, people taking out a decentralized finance loan and utilizing that cash to actually book and pay for their holiday in December.
Yeah, that's the way to use the money. I think that that's revolution of the buy now, pay later and the crypto gives you more money to spend. And then for us as a wholesaler or as a retail, which brings you to a certain point that the client will not only buy the ticket, he will buy the hotel, he will buy the travel, he will buy the tours, he will buy much more product than he used to do it before. And that's another great opportunity of after COVID and cash flow, that now clients will have more cash flow with the crypto, with the buy now, pay later, with all the facilities. It's amazing, and I think we're living in a very, very unique times, and we have to work very hard that the client will get exactly what they want during their journey with us.
Absolutely. I've seen from personal experience in Cape Town, for instance, people buying experiences with crypto. So one of the experiences in Cape Town, you can take a Ferrari around a racetrack and pay for it in Bitcoin. So there are all of these experiences that people spoke about earlier that can be paid for with cryptocurrency or other methods of payment. But a very important thing that people spoke about earlier as well is it has to do with loyalty schemes. And I think if we look at the current blockchain technology, so blockchain is a digital ledger that records the history of transactions. So if we look at non-fungible tokens, so for those of you who don't know the difference between a non-fungible and a fungible token, if I give Yariv a $5 bill and he goes back to Tel Aviv, that $5 bill would still have the same value, right?
Yeah.
Now, a non-fungible token is something that is not duplicatable. So just a very simple example would be something like the Mona Lisa, an artwork. You can fake it, but, still there's only one Mona Lisa. So the authenticity of the Mona Lisa can really be transferred onto a blockchain, and that blockchain is an NFT. But now, the same can apply to loyalty schemes. And I think a lot of companies that we see, especially online travel agencies, are going the loyalty route through non-fungible tokens. It's also a great tool for airlines to use in their loyalty reward schemes. And we've seen a lot of that.
Yeah, I think that's actually the future here when it comes to the data. Of course, we've been used this Bitcoin when it's not a matter of trust between two companies. But looking at the data that we have here, and we can use it so smartly. I mean, if you watch Emily in Paris, and immediately you can get with this data that you know that you love Paris and not that restaurant, and you can do the push over there of the commercial or the sales or the pitch. That's something that we wouldn't even dream about 3-4 years ago. So yeah, the crypto and the data and everything is totally driven changes at the market. That's completely new for us.
Yeah, for sure. And Dr. Kamlen Pillay, who couldn't be with us today due to a family emergency, we have invested into his business called UWell. Now, UWell has to do with medical tourism. And he's created a facility in Cape Town at the waterfront in Cape Town with very high quality medical specialists to do medical tourism. But UWell is also a health vitality system, recording very intelligently your health records on a database which is stored like an NFT, a non-fungible token again. And there are so many different advantages that we can see in the travel industry using fintech as a platform. Visas, especially with what we've been through with the pandemic, just to record, people's history and where they've moved. So I see a lot of benefits with the current fintech revolution in travel.
Only imagine the amount of money all of us will save using the wallet for the currency changes. It's a huge amount of saving, not using the credit card with these crazy rates. Sorry, my friends works at a very high level over there, but sorry, you guys are doing some very, very big job against us. But doing that is totally going to change the way that we even think about buying. And that's amazing. That's super.
So true. And also what we've seen, one of the consequences of the pandemic is the work from anywhere movement. So also, it was very interesting to hear the people from the hotel speaking that they're experiencing longer and longer stays because people can work from anywhere. And we have a lot of digital nomads that, are young people, they move around, but they'd like to live in a certain area for a couple of months. I've met a lot of them in Mauritius. You'll find Europeans, expats, they have online businesses, and they come and live in Mauritius 3-4 months, spending cryptocurrency or whatever the method of payment they want to use in that country. And it's been a very interesting thing that's changed the decision making and the behavior of tourists.
It's not the way I was raised. Study, go to work, have your job. But we are in the hostel business. And I can speak personally, I never even dreamed that I will fly with my family this July to the Philippines for 3 months, and that will not even be an issue for me. And I'm not the X generation. And that's the issue. We see at our hostels, we have hostel in Israel, in Egypt, and in the Philippines with our partners from Abraham. That's what they do. They travel around the world, they walk during their stay, they enjoy their time, and it's kind of amazing. And for myself, that's the first time I'm going to do it. I don't care. I'm going to be 3-4 months out of Israel, and still nothing. The world will continue, even if I'm not next to my office and next to my people. And that's also a total change in the market here, definitely.
Yeah, it's a great benefit. And I see there's a lot of online travel agencies coming through. Travala is one of them, where you can actually, it was built as a blockchain-based booking platform. So they've also got their own token, Ava, so they tokenize and incentivize their clients to discount through bonuses, loyalty rewards. So the utilization of technology in the tourism sector, I've just seen such a big uptick, especially in the younger generation. And I think that is where the money is going to come from in the future, because these young people are going to be traveling more and more. They're more prone to experiences. They want to experience things, like you say. They are more mobile because they're working from anywhere. And it's just such a big benefit.
It's the big issue and the small issue. Just for example, we put on our CRM just a small thing that the client can speak with us through the WhatsApp. And the dramatic decrease of call to offers was unbelievable. Nobody wants to speak with us anymore. So it's not only the youth market. Even my mother, when she wanted to buy a ticket, come on, I will not call him. So she just texts us. So that's kind of small changes, and the biggest changes that totally going to change the way that we think. I wouldn't even think about 5-6 years back that the big call office that we have, the call center that we have, would not be even utilized. We can put like, I don't know, a few people just to write the WhatsApp. So
Absolutely.
the small things, the big things, the bigger things are changing dramatically.
Yeah. So we've also seen a lot of increase in mobile bookings. So the uptick in mobile is huge. I mean, a lot of you use your phones as a payment tool now. So a couple of years ago, you'd still have your credit card, but now, you just tap your phone and you take the product. And the quicker the payment, the more the customer retention. So it is absolutely crucial in the travel industry to have seamless quality payments on a very high-tech platform.
Definitely. That's another field that things are totally changed. If you see 5 years back, not only the mobile, people used to buy a package of 14 days going to Southeast Asia. I don't see it anymore. People are buying now what they're going to do tomorrow or this evening with the app, and with the immediate payment. So that's totally changed the way that we are thinking how to sell our product.
Absolutely. And it gives them flexibility.
Amazing.
It's great to see the previous Mark, the Shackle business that he presented. I mean, there's so much opportunity with that as well. Through the blockchain and NFTs, to build a loyalty reward system through that channel. Yep. So we're very excited about this industry. We're very excited about Fintech, very excited about the payment opportunities. And I think it's such a key part of the tourism industry in the future.
Yeah, I think that's about time that the travel industry will use the unbelievable technology that there exists to gain a new way of working, and that's what we're doing right now. And the COVID just tremendously changed it. I mean, we jumped from, 20-30% of online to almost 80 or 90. So that's tremendously changed, definitely.
Absolutely. And maybe just a final question to you, Yariv, is security-wise. I mean, payments online. We've seen a lot of credit card cloning. There's a lot of fraud, a lot of schemes. What have you experienced, and have you seen some solutions in that area?
Well, it's a daily battle. Every time you close some holes, there's something new coming up. And I think that's going to be the way that we're going to live. I mean, we need to fight all the time. We need to check our product. We need to check the security. We need to make sure that we are on the edge. But that's going to be the daily battle for the next few years until something like the crypto will be able to close it like a closed hole. But that's the daily battle. Every day we have something that comes up, and we have to check what's wrong in our system. And that's our life now, and we need to live with it.
Absolutely. So just to round up, we're very excited about the fintech and the payment space in this industry. I think it's key critical. And as this whole market evolves, security and trust will grow with it. And so will the adoption, I presume.
Definitely. Thank you very much for having us here. Thank you.
Thanks, Yariv.